Hi guys, weekly Oracle check-in with Leanne. I'm sorry that I was delinquent in participating last week, or not participating at all. Yes, I got a little under the weather for Mother's Day. I did intend to come on just for a half an hour check-in, but I'm sorry about that. But this week we're going to use the Far Out There Starseed Oracle deck. We've got our new stone of the month in, which is a Bumblebee Jasper. Aren't those cute? I'm going to use Amanda Ellis's Crimson Spray and Yantra deck for our group check-in first. Okay, so how this works is, those of you who already been participating already know, you put me please in the comments and that will give me permission to read for you and pull you a card for the week. I will get to as many as you as possible in our half an hour together. And if for some reason I don't get to all of you, I will do a 3-card spread at the end, which will either be an additional reading for you. I'll give you a number to pick, or it'll be if you're watching this later, or if you are didn't get a reading and I missed you. Let's see, announcements before we get started. Well, there is this whole no masks thing. That's kind of interesting. Super exciting for the Healing Studio. I know that everybody has a little different level of comfort level about participating, and we will forever probably be hybrid at this point because a lot of you came in from other places, not just locally, and want to participate in classes and things like that. With the exception of the sound bath's really hard to do hybrid. So sound bath's going to be in person, increasing in numbers, and the next one is it's the second Tuesday typically, unless there's some thing that goes on. Second Tuesday evening or Sunday morning, the fourth Sunday morning, with the exception of this upcoming, because we have Reiki training that 1 and 2 next weekend. So if you are thinking you might want to get attuned, that might be a good thing to do. Also, I'm putting together energy awareness one virtually one more time, and then we're talking about Stephanie actually hosting the live hybrid one sometime this year. So look for that. We've got animal communication coming up. We've got oracle card readings. We've got lots of stuff, you guys. So if you want to participate in any of those events, I suggest you check out our website. Okay, let's do this. All right. There's the rules. I'm going to do our weekly check-in first. And our weekly check-in is going to be what we build on. So everybody that's reading is what I'm doing first, and then your card will build on that reading. Okay, so let's see what's in store for us this week. And hi guys, I see you all out there. Very excited that you have joined me on this Sunday. Lots of things going on in everybody's life, and the weather's getting better here. All right, first card, breathe, stay connected. Okay, so this card is just telling us and reminding us that we are all connected, and when we are connected to ourselves, that is when we are able to be best connected to anything else in our life. So take some deep breaths, do some breath work, get some grounding and centering. Reminder card for the week, things to pay attention to. Where are you being a taker, or where are you being taken from? Where are you out of balance with giving and receiving? Because giving and receiving only works well, similar with the breath and the connection, when it's in balance, okay? So this week you're going to be looked, where are you being stingy? Where are you being in lack? Where are you holding back your energy? Or where are you giving too much, okay? And into the week, enthusiasm and inspiration, which is great. We'll all get a little extra inspiration. We'll be able to move forward in ourselves. This week was the new moon, which was focused on self-care and things like that. So, hey, why not get a little inspired? All right, let's do our cards. You guys are on it. I see you guys. Just a reminder, I'm on a different thread than you. I have 3 different places you guys are coming in from. So I might not see you in the order that you think. So I'm not missing you if I skip around. I just know if I get to the end and I don't mention you, that I missed you. But I will do my best to stick in order here. All right, Wendy, you jumped on a while ago here. Do your me, please. So here is your card. Do those both? Oh, you got 2. Okay, they want to come out together. First one is all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, and turning your gaze in. And the other card is deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. All right, so what this is saying is, and it goes with that, the way that we just had our connections is with the reading for the whole week for all of us. Pay attention to where you want to come back to yourself, where you want to keep healing, where you want to let yourself kind of find your way. Okay, so this is just kind of an encouragement of you are on the right track for yourself and your healing. Keep going. Okay, Rebecca. And also a reminder, you guys, we start seeing these cards more than once. If we see them 3 times in a row, the message is for all of us, okay? So, and if you resonate with a message somebody else gets, it's probably for you as well. All right, you got the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. Okay, so from your guides, I am hearing to focus on where you can be a little more playful, where you can drop needing to be the one with all the answers, surrender a little bit more into the help that's around you. Let yourself kind of step back into innocence is really what I'm hearing. And also, it's always good to kind of notice the childlike behavior around us in a way that's like asking for healing and things like that. Okay. So if somebody's acting childish, in other words, sometimes they're just asking for you to help them heal their inner child. All right, light transformations. Your card is loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction, let God in. So this is a reminder that you might be trying to hang on to safety and security a little too much, might be trying a little too hard for things to be different than they are. And this is really like a surrender card. Like this is let yourself be taken care of. Your coping mechanisms that maybe you have are not working right now, and finding different coping mechanisms might be good. Okay. All right. Kelly and Matthew. All right, Kelly. Kelly's card is Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, Seed the Light by staying grounded. Okay, so what your guides are telling you this week is very important for you to keep tending to your spaces. Be as playful as you can about letting go of your responsibilities that you think are yours that aren't. Be very good about seeing that this week and surrender so that you can be more of your light and be holding space. Okay? So that's good. I happen to know the phase that you're in is a little bit of a letting go phase in your parental world, so that makes sense. Let's see what Matthew gets. Big week, right? Yeah, big week. I see that now. Yeah, okay, wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. Okay, so that's his card. So Matthew's card is, hold on, things are still making sense. Things are still coming together. And even what we think today is and tomorrow is, we don't know for sure what next year is, right? So just, this is like pause and let things kind of continue to work themselves out. Okay, so that's for Matthew. All right, Tiff, your card, the Courage, Peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Okay, so I think you've heard this message before. It's okay to be able to be seen in the ways that are uniquely yours to be seen. And this is really a call to give to the givers and kind of cut the takers back a little bit so that you can be more of yourself. Sometimes we don't like to be seen because we're afraid that we're going to be like stripped clean of what we have. And that guides are saying, put yourself in alignment with the people who want to support you, and everybody will grow exponentially and nobody will lose anything. I'm getting that whole quote, the candle loses nothing when it lights another, right? So that's kind of what you're getting this week. All right, Nicole and Seth. Nicole, yours is, I gotta read them before I put them down because they're a little complicated. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. Okay, so there's the card. What I'm hearing from the guides is that this is not necessarily like sometimes you're trying to do it all yourself, or sometimes you're trying to be too independent. And this week the cards are saying kind of let yourself acknowledge that that's not necessarily helpful to you. and in being so independent, because sometimes it doesn't let the balance happen of what other people's gifts are and yours. Okay, so let other people help. That's really what I'm saying. All right, Seth. You got forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. Okay, so this is interesting because when you guys are coming together, Nicole and Seth, I'm really getting like that Nicole would be best this week for stepping back, and Seth, you would be best of stepping forward and kind of doing a little bit of a dance there of letting the power shift a little bit and letting the energy flow in a different way. And Seth, this is like leadership skills for you this week, figuring out what kind of gifts you have unique to offer in that way. And if you think back to the beginning of our cards, we're trying to balance that give and take. So this might also be going on with regards to the two of you, balancing that space. All right, Kalina. Kalina, you got earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, tune into nature. Okay, so this card is very much calling you to your own natural patterns, your natural healing, to be acknowledging that your emotions can even be information about what's going on as far as cleansing and healing. And if you let your emotions flow a little more freely, that can be very opening. So this is reminding you, go outside, be in touch with nature, but also be in touch with your natural cycles. Okay, that could be true for all of us, right? Janelle, your card is the Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to the light. Okay, so this is really, I mean, I kind of know you commented on in the tribe about questions about where we're going with masks and things like that. And what I'm hearing from this is you have insight and you have potential information inside of you that's valuable and it's really worth sharing. And you guys are saying it can be very flow. It doesn't have to be aggressive or defensive or anything like that, but just very flow about what you can see and how you can see it. I'm also, bringing unconscious things to the light. Everybody's doing their best, and sometimes different perspectives are helpful, and so you're being encouraged to share those perspectives. Okay, Barbara and Patty, it's a watch party. All right, Barbara, you got the 7 star sisters, birthing creation, tapestry of life, and expression. So this is about community and finding some space where you can actually find people who will listen to what you have to share and being fully open about who you are and not holding back. So this week, seeing about finding some community. All right, and Patty's card is trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Okay, so this is very much calling to getting back into a natural pace with things, not pushing things, not forcing anything, and understanding, the time's not running out and that you're okay right where you are. Okay, Diane, your card. Oh, we've seen this before. The Star Keeper, cosmic ancestors, see the light by staying grounded. Okay, so this was similar to Kelly's card. Well, was Kelly's card, but the message is similar, where it's just stay grounded, be leading by your centeredness. People are going to be able to come to you and say, oh, I feel so much calmer just because I'm around you. This is what you're being kind of asked to do. It's just to hold the light and hold the calmness and hold the direction, because there's stuff that's not yours to do, but that people are kind of coming back to you and saying, what should I do or how should I do it? And it's just like calming, grounding, let them come, let them figure it out when they come to you, let them figure it on their own, and then go back to doing their own thing. It's kind of interesting. It's like I'm seeing like an image of like a bird's nest where the babies are foraging on their own now, but they're not, they are coming back to the nest to ask for a meal, and mama bird being like, no, you can do this. All right, Cece. All right, you got called Soul Gifts Training. It is time to step up. Okay, so this week for you, I'm seeing very much about And I've been feeling like when I've looked at your energy in these oracle readings, that you're building momentum to stepping into more of your gifts, more of your professional gifts, more of your who you are. And this is time to step up. So it's like take action, start paying attention to where you would best put your energy. And again, back to that giving and taking space, balancing that out. Okay. All right. Kathy, you got the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts, which we've already seen. I'm particularly hearing that this is an important time for you to play with your own inner child and let your inner child be seen and heard, and whether she's tantruming or she's actually feeling really strong and playful, either way, letting your inner child really lead right now, it will demonstrate where things can come back into balance, if that makes sense. All right. Christy and Kira, another watch party. Okay, Christy and Kira. Christy, you got earthed learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Okay, that's cute. So this is like really coming into the planet. I was trying to kind of hold it up because I don't know if you can see this, but there's like literally like a crystal child, like, all right, I'm coming down to planet Earth. So this is you learning not to get sucked into the drama of this planet and what this planet is asking, but allowing you to be in it though, and own your physical form and own your experience on the earth, because it is a short experience and it is powerful. Okay. All right, Kira, your card is perspective. Interesting, right? None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. So this is kind of interesting that goes with your mom's card, because it's very much saying, you know, that you're basically, both of you could really take a step back. Your mom's being asked to get into the earth. You're being asked to step away from the earth and get some perspective. So just not taking anything too seriously and being more playful and creative, not getting so sucked in to any kind of drama. Okay. Natalie. Oh, I swear I shuffled. You got earthed too. So same thing as Christy. I love it when they do that back to back too, because it's like, oh, we're not done with our message. This is like how guides group goes too. So the basically for you, Natalie, it's like that you don't have to get into the worldly dramas. You don't have to get into the density or the heaviness. You can be your lighter self and kind of oversee it and watch it. Okay, so this week you're just being asked to kind of step away from the heaviness and just see if you can pay attention to the lighter side. All right, Vanessa. Vanessa, you got the great severing. I'm like, I am not reading that word right. The great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, something to love. Okay, so yeah, so this is something about separation. So if we go back to that giving and taking space, being able to say, okay, there's some spaces where I'm not in balance with my energies. I'm sorry, we got to troll you guys. Let me just block it. Just ignore that. I don't know why they do that, but anyway, so allowing yourself to let things come to an end if they need to come to an end, and you know, let that anger be information to you. Okay, Vanessa. So this is very much, sorry, I'm all over the place with clicking on the names and stuff. So this is very much about you taking some space, taking some time. It's interesting it says softening to love, and it's interesting that I can't seem to get the words kind of out with this, and there's like interruptions and all this. I feel like there's some avoidance on your part about this for this week, that you're a little nervous about what this might mean. Let it show itself to you. Let it reveal itself. Okay. You don't have to figure it out now. This is the card for the week to just contemplate. Okay. All right, Kimberly. Don't respond to that person that is asking for inboxing. Ignore them. Okay. Nancy? Oh, Kimberly, I skipped you. Sorry, Nancy. I'll be to you in a second. You're next. Okay, Kimberly. All right, you got Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Okay, so this is a good time to remember that it isn't just about who you hang out with in the physical realm. You can ask for help on the non-physical as well. And the more you ask, the more they can help. There's with that law of free will, they can't help you without a little extra help, a little extra juju. Okay, so a little extra permission from you. So you are not alone. Ask your Star Family for help. Nancy. Nancy, forge, don't follow. So we've seen this card. This is twice. If you heard the message before, hope maybe it resonated with you. This is be the leader that you want to be. Okay, so this week is about you taking the leadership role, not expecting anybody else to have the answers. You are the one who's going to have the answers this week. Let yourself move into that. Okay. Cynthia. Cynthia's card is your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So your guides are very much saying that this is a good time for you to be working with kind of, I almost see like a glass mosaic, like working with this kind of the pieces of your life and how do they all fit together and how can they actually create a beautiful piece of art and be what you offer to the world. So this is getting back into like playful creativity. I'm seeing maybe even kind of mapping out the various parts of your life and then seeing how they all fit together. All right. Janice, you got, oh, wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. So we saw that's the card that Matthew got, which is, this is like, hold on. It's not time to jump for you. This week is a pause week. It's time for you to let things start unfolding in a different way. And if you let that happen, then you can let the universe help weave with you and you don't have to do it all yourself. Okay. So a little bit of stepping back this week. All right. Another watch party. Susan and Eric. Susan, your card is the Star Brothers. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Okay, so what I'm hearing from your guides is to trust that there is support for you in the sense that the masculine energy, you don't have to do it all yourself. And I'm getting that message for a lot of you this week, like where are you holding too much responsibility and where can you put some of it down? Okay, so that's really what the question is and the contemplation is for this week. Eric, your card, which we've seen already too, you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Let other people help you. Let other people in when you feel like you have to do it all alone. The people that you might be closest to, you might actually be sitting right next to while you're watching this, are the people that you can turn to and ask for help, right? And so just remembering that self-isolation is a thing. We can make ourselves very isolated, even in a huge crowd, right? And so just acknowledging where you might be doing that and maybe where that's not helpful anymore. Michaela, you had a big week too. Let's see, Michaela. You got karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. Okay, so big time to step into your own inner conflicts as well as your conflict that you perceive to have with others and acknowledge that it's really a battle with yourself no matter how you slice it. And so this week is going to be acknowledging where you're feeling in conflict and where you're not sure how to let go of that conflict and maybe work it out with yourself. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Ashley, you got the you got the love. Hardanian energy, codependency, boundaries. Okay, so Ashley, you're being called to put up some just because you can help doesn't mean you should. Is what I just heard from your guides. This is a good week to set up some boundaries and hold space in a loving way, but not necessarily a rescuing way. So watch out for that inner rescuer. Okay, Gina. And again, I know there's a couple Ginas on here, so hopefully you can see which one, although maybe both messages are for both Ginas. I don't know. Okay, Gina, you got the same thing Vanessa did. The great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Okay, see, it came out easier for you, Gina, than it did for Vanessa. And I think that's because, that, like I said, I think there's some stuff that was going on for Vanessa that she's nervous about. But this is for you too, though, Gina, that there's some time to go ahead and let yourself separate from some things that are making you crazy. And any places where anger might be present, dig deeper. That might be a different emotion there instead of just anger. Okay. All right, Tammy and Eric, another watch party. Tammy, you got the earth pulsing. I'm going to put it down here. Okay, so that's the same message that we heard earlier for Kalina. Go out in the cycles of nature and notice your body can heal itself. Your body wants to be in the cycle of wellness. Let it feel like it can. Get out in nature so that the earth vibrations can help heal you. Okay, it's getting nicer outside. A little grounding with the grass might be good. I think you recently put grass in, although maybe it's not for you to stand in. I don't know. All right, Eric. Okay, you got karmic relationships too. The same thing as Michaela. So this is about conflict and soul growth and being able to know when to step away and know when you're just like on two different planets, right? Where, you know, some of the people are thinking in a way that is just not the way you are thinking of it. And that's okay. It's just kind of letting yourself acknowledge that and separate from that kind of fight where you're trying to convince other people to see your way. Okay. All right, Andrea. Andrea, trust the timing. We saw this card too. Nothing's come up 3 times yet. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Okay, so you have plenty of time to figure things out. There is plenty of life left to live. Rushing through things doesn't help anybody. It just makes you rush. Okay, so settle into the time, relax, you know, just relax in your time space. All right, Noelle. Double mission, Lightworker Starseed, serving the world by being you. Okay, so this card is very much speaking to just being yourself this week. And if you allow yourself to be fully yourself, you can totally step into that. Okay, so let yourself just really be authentic and let that be the gift this week. Not the doer, but the beer. The being Noelle. Not the doer, Noelle. Kayla, you got star bathing, light body crystal grid transmissions and activations. Kayla, you're going to be star bathing. That's been lovely. This is very much about acknowledging that all of you is Earth and all of you is cosmos, all at the same time, and they are not in conflict. Okay, so your guides are just reminding you to be really in touch with that far out there part of yourself so that you don't have to get so bogged down in kind of the day-to-day. Okay, I know you can do that. All right, Heidi. Heidi, you got messenger, serious energy, bring harmony and balance. Okay, so Heidi, this card is saying you have a lot of information today. You can actually be the one who brings light to the meeting, light to the information, light to the places that are darkness. Your perspective matters. Please share it. Okay, that's what you're getting this week. Okay, Tanya, you got activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. So go on a trip if you can, go where you go, even if it's a spontaneous just trip, you know, on a walk where you weren't planning where you're going, and just see if you can feel the earth energy drawing you to specific places. And that will help you kind of get activated into those energy fields that are yours to be activated into. All right, Haley, I think I only have a few left. I'll try to get you guys all. Haley, you got I'm sorry. I'm not kidding. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. So this is being willing to forgive yourself and others and let yourself be focused on that this week, especially in that overgiving and overtaking space that's been up for all of us, okay? All right, speeding it up there a little bit. Lynn, your card. Your card is the Sea of Mintaka. We saw this earlier. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to the light. In particular, your own unconsciousness this week. Really paying attention to where your own unconsciousness is trying to scream at you and get you to hear what is going on so that you can see something different, okay? It's like I'm getting almost like a little muffled from being under the water and then coming up and out and getting some clarity and a big deep breath, okay? So this week, see if you can you can focus on that. Okay, 2 more, and then I'm going to do the 3-card spread. Gina, you got the empathic star seed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So be careful where you're taking on responsibility for what is not yours, okay? This week, check that. All right, Melissa, last card I'm going to throw, and then I'm going to do the 3-card spread for us all. Okay, Melissa, you also got, I'm sorry. Okay, so that card is basically going, it's about righting past wrongs, anything that needs to be forgiven, including just if you need to forgive yourself. That's going to be a good focus for this week. All right. Anybody who's still watching, 1, 2, 3, you can pick an additional card for your follow-up for the week. Or if you're watching later, or if I missed you. Here we go. Pick a number, 1, 2, 3. I'll throw the cards upside down first. 1, is that yours? 2, is that one yours? Or 3, is that one yours? Okay, so 1 is lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Remembering your past gifts, your past life gifts, the fact that you have done this many times, soul wisdom. If you picked 2, you got child of the cosmos, intelligence of the universe is within you. Kind of the same message Kayla got, which is like, remember that there's so much more to you than just this physical realm, and think of that reaching into that non-physical. Okay. And last but not least, the golden children. That's the 3rd time we've seen it for that. So that's for all of us now. Okay. Focus on the inner child, focus on tenderness, innocence, give freely where your little child heart wants to give, and hold for yourself what your little child heart wants to hold for yourself. And just see where you can get into balance with that as far as letting the inner child go. All right. That concludes our day. Next week we'll still be on track. The following weekend, the Memorial Day weekend, I will not be around. So we'll be skipping that week. See you guys later. I so appreciate all of you.